Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Bert and Burger Podcast, episode 232. We are your host, Bert and Burger. I'm Burger. The other one is Birdie. Yep. We are your cousins, bringing a little bit of the family element to the podcast world. We got some coolio updates for you babes, you good-looking folks, and the ugly ones, too. We know only hot people watch or listen to this podcast, but there's a couple of you birds out there, so
Yes,
so let's just jump right into it and start chit-chatting. So I had a little bit of some health issues between the recording of this episode and the last one. Bert knows a little bit about it, not too much.
Just a little teaser. I watched the trailer.
Yeah, so it wasn't even like a trailer. It was more like an announcement trailer, like a poster.
It's like a screenshot.
Like a leaked screenshot
Yeah.
of what happened. But, so, about a week ago.
Oh, fuck.
Literally about a week ago.
True.
Last Monday, I went to lay down in bed and jerk off. And,
Naturally.
like I do on my Mondays.
Uh-huh.
No, but...
My special day.
That Saturday, a few days before, me and the lady went to the beach and soaked in some rays and hung out and had a good time. I got burnt, which I purposely was trying to do because when I burn from the sun, I tan.
Mm-hmm.
And my skin usually tans pretty nice. That's kind of my strat of it. I wasn't going to get fucking fried or anything.
Yeah.
But I got a burn going. So Saturday came and went, and yeah, my back was pretty tight.
Oh, fuck.
As she do when you get burned. But other than that, Bert wouldn't understand that one because he never takes his shirt off outside. So
Yeah, I
unless
recently
he
went...
lays in the tanning bed at Planet Fitness.
Yeah, I rolled my sleeves up. I went to the beach yesterday and I just rolled my sleeves up.
Yeah, I said back.
Yeah, no, I know. That was about as far as
Your
I
back.
went. They're like, Bert, just take it off. I'm like, no.
Mm.
No, I said I have a condition. He said, oh, yeah? Yep.
What's that? And you're like, boobies.
Yeah, my boobies are the size of softballs, so no.
Yeah.
I need a bra.
Yeah, I get it. So then Sunday came, and I remember that, I think it was that night, Saturday going into Sunday, my skin hurt to lay on, like in bed, like to sleep on, but other than that, nothing crazy.
I woke up and my
crazy.
bed sheets were all red. Just blood everywhere.
Yeah, so nothing crazy. Sunday came and went. No issues really. I slept better Sunday to Monday. Monday comes around and go to work. No issues. Absolutely nothing happened. I come home from work. Mondays are the day I work out and go to the gym and stuff like that. So I just wanted to lay down for a little bit before I go to the gym. And I lay down, and then my back starts to itch, which is pretty normal for sunburn.
Mm-hmm.
Gets a little scratchy, gets a little itchy. So I'm like shifting my shoulders to try to scratch my back against the bed. And I don't think about it at first too much, just a little itchy, but then I'm like, wait a minute, this is actually like that's a pretty big itch there. I really got to scratch that sumbitch.
Okay.
So I get out of bed after trying to ignore it for a bit, and I go grab my rusty, trusty back scratcher.
Oh, I bet that did fucking wonders.
It didn't do anything.
Okay.
I started using it, and yeah, rusty, trusty's not really the best way to describe a back scratcher, is
Yeah.
it?
Especially on your
got rust on
inflamed
it.
back.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I started. It's a little plastic one, and I was scratching it, and it just really wasn't working. And then that's when it happened. All of a sudden, I got like this. I don't even know how to describe it. It was like this infallible itch on my back.
Uh-huh.
Like it felt like my bones were itchy or something. Like
I've
it
had
was
like
severe scratch.
Yeah, or it feels like there's fucking bugs under your skin. Like,
No, it didn't feel like that.
No.
It was really it was an overwhelming
Just a deep one.
feeling.
Yeah.
And it wasn't, I don't know how else to describe it besides saying a painful itch. When it didn't itch and it wasn't painful. It was just this really, really intense feeling in my back. And I literally ran to the shower to get water on it.
That's
and
crazy.
I ripped my clothes off. Like, turning around, you could see my undies on the floor and the back scratcher right behind it.
It just seemed just
like
wrote itself.
Yeah, and I just stood in there in the shower, and the crazy thing is it was like my shoulder blades were trying to scratch my back. So, like, try everybody right now, bring your shoulder blades together. And do that 10 billion times in a row without stopping. Like, my shoulders would not stop trying to, like, scratch my back. And I started straining really bad. Like, literally going like, ugh! Like I was, like, taking a massive shit. Where my fucking arms are flexed, my chest is flexed, my neck is like convulsing, and it was literally like I was having a seizure from the neck down. Like my body was just spazzing like crazy. I was doing pretty much everything a seizure person does except foaming at the mouth.
Yeah.
Like, my body would not stop spazzing. And it was like this feeling in my back where it was just this really intense itch, I want to say, but it wasn't itchy. It was just a crazy sensation.
Huh.
And I finally, like, got out of the shower and started rubbing a towel on my back. And that was the only thing that was giving me some kind of relief, because I didn't want to start scratching it with my hands because you just tear your skin up. But my, like, without even thinking, like, I'm just sitting there and then immediately my hands like shooting to the back of my back and start scratching it. Like, it was the most involuntary thing I had going on. And I'm like, boy, this is going to be pretty fucking gay. But I ended up calling my mom.
Yeah.
And she didn't fucking answer.
So you see, Mom, my back's real scratchy.
Yeah, well, a few days later, my dad kept calling me a pussy. Like saying you and then the equal sign.
Yeah,
pussy.
yeah.
Like, he literally did that. So I'm like, I'm not doing a good job describing this to people. So I was trying to tell my girlfriend about it on Snapchat, and she's like, okay, you're okay. It's just this sunburn. Just take deep breaths. And I'm like, I'm obviously doing a terrible fucking job telling you what the hell's going on right now.
Yeah.
Because there ain't no relaxing this out. There's no just breathe this one out here. This is involuntary fucking spasms that I'm having.
Yeah.
And I was straining so hard. Like, imagine like you're trying to take a shit. Like, not the poop part. Ignore the butthole. I told my grandma if I had to poop, I would have shit the living hell out of my pants. Like,
yeah.
It was...
Everything was so tight.
Yeah, everything was so fucking tight. My chest, my arms, my neck. It was making me sick for how much I was straining.
Yeah.
And I was getting a headache and everything from it. And finally, I called my fucking mom. She didn't answer. And then she finally calls me back, and she's like, what you doing? Like, how my mom talks like a fucking retard.
Yeah.
You know, same. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? And here's the thing is, like, this is how I'm talking too. Like, I couldn't stop straining, so I kept like going like talking like this. I was just like, something's wrong with my back.
Oh fuck.
Something not right here. Oh well, just put some burn cream on it. No, I'm telling you,
this is different.
Something ain't right. I tried to put aloe on it, and aloe made it 10 million times worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did not like aloe.
I'm sure
I felt like
some
venom.
Yeah.
Like the alien symbiote when it tasted salt or something like that. It just started screeching. Like,
yeah.
Something. The internet said put aloe on it. Boy.
They were wrong.
And then other things, were like, do not put fucking cream on it. No, don't do that. And I'm like pacing. It's bringing me, like, the jolts are so bad. Like, it's bringing me down to one knee. I'm waiting for my fucking mom to come over. She just got off of work. My mom works in the health field, I'll say. So, anytime something goes wrong, I talk to her about it because she's got a pretty good understanding of shit. So, she's bringing me some shit over. And like 45 minutes later is like one of the longest fucking hours of my life. She finally comes over and she sprays the shit on me. She puts aloe on my back because I can't put it on my back. I take a Benadryl. And I'm like, okay, it's, I'm just telling her about it. And then it got really intense again. And I think it's because the aloe, my mom put more aloe on it.
Yeah.
So, and I couldn't stop straining. I felt like if there was a car over me, like if I was under a car, I was straining so hard, I was going to fucking pick that car up over my shoulders.
Yeah.
If that towel I was rubbing on my back, I felt like I was going to rip it in half like the Incredible Hulk. Like if I tried to rip 8 phone books in half at the same time, I would have been able to do it. As not saying I could or I would have, but that's what it felt like. I was straining so fucking hard.
Felt like Arnold.
It would not stop.
Oh, fuck.
And finally, we're like, all right, well, we're gonna have to go to the emergency room here. I didn't want to go to the ER because if it's not an emergency, at least not in this town, you can wait about 6 hours, literally.
Yeah, fuck that.
And I'm like, I couldn't imagine spazzing, so we go to the urgent care. And I was like, I gotta grab a shirt. And my mom's like, no, don't worry about it. I almost didn't, but yeah, I was literally almost that guy that shows up to the urgent care shirtless, just his jams. Like, I was almost that person, but I was able to throw a shirt on. I had a hard time putting on my sandals, my slides, for how much I was straining. Then we get in the car, and my mom's driving, because she told me to, like, just drive to the pharmacy to get some stuff. I'm like, I'm obviously not doing a good job telling you what the fuck's going on, because I don't think I can drive right now. This isn't me just being dramatic. This isn't just me saying I have an itchy fucking back. Like, I literally think I will fucking swerve bad. Like, I'll have a jolt and go 90 degrees to the left or right. Like, I don't think I can drive right now.
You're
so
laying belly down in the trunk.
Yeah, while my mom's driving, I have my back in the passenger seat, like against it. I have my feet planted on the ground, and I have them full force pushing my back into the chair. And that's when I started feeling relief. Yeah. Got to urgent care, started waiting. There wasn't that many people ahead of me. And then, of course, when I get back on the bed in the urgent care and they start disrobing my pants and shoving it in my...
Yeah. You know all the normal stuff.
But, of course, I'm sitting there back on the bed like, my back's fine. I think the Benadryl started kicking in.
Oh, I see.
I don't know. But then the doc looked at it. He's like, you're pretty burned, but there's really, like, don't really know what's going on here. He talked about giving me, like, a shot of a steroid or something, I think it was. But to help with that inflammation, but I already took ibuprofen, so you can't have more of that. So he recommended a certain type of cream with a certain type of thing in it to help with the skin stuff. We went to the pharmacy there, we got it, and didn't really have any more problems with it after that. The next morning I woke up and it started getting a little itchy again, like the same kind of like deep itching, and my girlfriend had to put a little bit of that cream on my back, and I had some more Benadryls, and other than that, really, and now almost a week later, I don't have any issues with it. I did get an itchy back again after my skin's finally started to peel and stuff like that, and just normal sunburn thing. But it was a pretty anticlimactic
finale
end to this story, which I'm okay with.
Yeah, no, by all means, fucking A.
Yeah, that's what ended up happening. So I know many of you are saying, so what the fuck happened? What was it? Well, your guess good as mine.
Don't know.
Did a couple Google searches, which are never good.
No, they're like, oh, you have cancer.
But apparently,
what the fuck?
There's this rare phenomenon called the devil's butthole.
Okay.
That's what I call it, but on the internet it's called the devil's itch or hell's itch.
Okay.
Basically, what it is it is a rare phenomenon. It does not happen to most people. It is very uncommon. Mind you, this is the first time this has ever happened to me before. I've gotten burned a lot, and I've never had anything like this happen before. Nor have I heard anything like this before.
No, I've never heard anything like that. And it's crazy.
Yeah, my mom being in the health field and stuff, she's never heard of this before. My grandma's also in the health field. She's never heard of this before either. So this is a rare thing. Everyone kept asking me, like, did I fall on my back? Did I hurt myself while lifting? I'm like, no, it's not. It's not that kind of muscle spasm. And what it actually was, it was skin nerve damage.
Yeah.
Is what it was. My nerves in the skin in my back were fried.
Bananas.
Yeah, literally. I think what was happening was the skin and my back was starting to itch, but the skin was still very burnt from the sunburn, and basically it sent a lot of weird fucking signals in my body and sent it into shock.
Mm-hmm.
It wanted to itch, but like when you have an itchy skin from a sunburn, it's usually after the burns there, but when it's burnt and it's really itchy, now your body's experiencing burnt skin and itchy skin at the same time, and it was a bad burn. Like, I got burned pretty good. Yeah. So I think it was just a perfect storm of things, and it was making my nervous system go ape shit, and my body was like trying to correct itself, and it wouldn't stop trying to do that. So it was just kind of sending it was the nerves in my skin. It was that's what the issue was. It wasn't the sunburn itself, and it wasn't the muscles in my back. It was the nerves in my skin. Were going bananas, literally.
Yeah,
That's what the doctor, that was the diagnosis. His skin's going bananas.
Going bananas. Yeah.
And crazy thing is while my mom's driving me to urgent care, Tater sends me a fucking meme.
Okay.
And I'm like, off to urgent care. He's like, oh? Question mark.
Yeah.
And I told him what was happening. He's like, yo, devil's itch. Yeah, that shit sucks.
Are you fucking shitting me?
No.
Oh my god.
And then he proceeded to tell me everything that was happening. A very rare skin condition that he has experienced himself too.
Fucking backwoods honky knows exactly.
Yeah.
What nobody else could pin the tail on.
Yep.
What?
Yeah,
hell?
devil's itch. Yeah, that shit sucks.
That shit's mid. Yeah, it goes through my family like twice a year. Aww.
So what he said is, he said it's happened to him like 4 or 5 times. It's the worst thing he's ever experienced. He wouldn't wish that on his worst enemy. And his mom was calling him a pussy and still gives him shit about it. But but his sister's gotten it once too as well. So for some reason, I figured he would know what it was because Tater has pretty pale skin as well. Or not as well. He has pretty pale skin, so I know he has issues with burning as well, like getting sunburned, so I wasn't surprised when he knew what it was.
Right.
So don't ask me how that made sense in my head when I was going through it, but that was one reason why I told him what was going on, because I figured he would have some kind of idea. So, but yeah, look up Devil's Itch, look up Hell's Itch, whatever it's called. People are like, oh, that'll teach you to wear sunscreen next time, huh?
Yeah.
And I'm like, no. I'm just never going to have my fucking back out ever again.
Yeah. So, I was going to say, do you think you're going to change up your lifestyle because of this?
Mm-hmm. I could tell you one thing, I ain't going to get fucking burned on my back again. I think your back is just like a sensitive area in general. So yeah, I'm not. I can still get the tan on my arms and legs and stuff like that. But if I take my shirt off in public, I was telling Tater, I'm like, I wonder if this is the Lord saying, keep your shirt on. You're too fucking fat for this shit.
That's funny.
Yeah, that's probably why I've never experienced this, because I never fucking take my shirt off outside.
It's a new thing.
Now that I've been running every day and losing this weight, I'm like, I'm good. So, yeah, just make sure I lather up from the shoulders on in, I guess.
Yeah, I also learned when I went that you're supposed to apply sunscreen multiple times. So it's like, you'll go in like every hour kind of thing. You're supposed to put more on or something.
I don't know if it's every hour, but if you're out there all day for 6 hours upon 6 hours, then yeah, it's not like a 24-hour thing.
Yeah, I don't know why I never really thought of that. It's probably why I get burnt to piss every time I go outside for a reasonable amount of time. But
yeah,
it was crazy. I did it yesterday. I was out there for, I think, 4 or 5 hours, and I'm not that bad. Yeah, I never really had that. I didn't correlate whatever your situation getting burnt. My buddy yesterday, he got burnt so fucking bad, he said his leg got swollen. I haven't heard of that before.
No, I think that's normal, because it takes like all the water out and stuff like that.
Yeah, that sounded shitty. Not as bad as, your entire body trying to fucking
kill itself.
do somersaults in its own skin, yeah.
Let me tell you this. I think outside of some mental health stuff I've dealt with, this was by far the worst thing I've ever experienced in my entire fucking life. This was absolutely terrible.
Imagine it was scary as fuck, too.
It scared the ever-living shit out of me,
Yeah.
and I felt like such a pussy just saying, I got a really itchy back, Mom!
Mm-hmm.
Like, no, I'm not talking about, like, I need to be like a grizzly bear and just fucking start scratching my back against a telephone pole or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no, something it wasn't just like, oh, I got an itch on my back, I just can't get it. It was going through me. Like, it was like my soul was itching.
Yeah.
And itching, it didn't do anything. I just needed to put pressure on it. And that was the only kind of relief I got, and went from there. So, nope. I mean, I've played all sorts of sports and got all sorts of injuries, and fucking, I think I sprained my ankle once and had stuff with my back and lower back and pulling my groin and fucking hurting my chest and stuff. Nothing comes close to fucking this ever. Like, not even fucking remotely close to it. And there's a slight PTSD after it. Anytime I would get any kind of itchy back, I'd get a little nervy about it, and it's just gonna happen again.
Oh, fuck. Yeah.
It's just, I'm completely fine now, but yeah, I ran the next day. I didn't run that night. That was another thing, is I felt fine. I could eat normally. I felt like I could run, but I didn't want to irritate my back more.
Oh, yeah.
Next day, it was hotter than piss out, and decided to go for a run. Went down to the local track and was fine. Didn't have any more issues with it besides just regular itchy.
Which in and of itself is typically sucks dick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So knowing that there's another level to it is a little scary, but...
Well, apparently it's rare.
True.
It's a rare phenomenon, and gosh, I just felt so fucking gay. I'm like, yeah, my back really itches, and
owie.
This is why I see why there's so many different denominations in the Christian faith.
Okay.
Because sometimes there's just not words that translate into English.
Uh-huh.
So we just pick the closest word that fits that word.
Right.
And that's kind of how I felt. I'm like, it's not itchy. It doesn't hurt, but the best way to describe it is a painful itch.
Yeah.
Oh, so it hurt? Not really hurt. Okay, but it was scratchy? Not really scratchy either, but you said painful scratchy. Yep. Don't know how else to tell you, boss. There's not a word that I can think of in the English language that can describe what was going on. It was a feeling I've never had before. It was fucking gay, is all I could say.
Yeah, that's bad.
We're doing good now. So yeah, that's why I couldn't stream last week.
Yeah, that's
fair. Bert sent me this long message that Bert was going to bail anyways.
I know.
That's the cool
You're
part.
like, good news.
Yeah, good news. I'm heading to the emergency room, so I didn't plan on being there too. And you're like, oh, thank God.
Oh, thank
Thought you were going to chew my ass off.
Yeah.
All right, have fun. I'll talk to you later. Later, skater. Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm literally like sending Bert pictures of me like at a doctor's office and shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I texted my brother because you were like short, You're like, yep, going to ER. Talk soon. I'm like, oh, fuck. I literally text my brother. I'm like, dude, what the fuck happened to Burger? Like, is he okay? He's like, what the fuck are you talking about? And then he sent me a message saying, I got a bad sunburn. I'm like, never mind. He's being gay. Like, verbatim, exactly what I said. So yeah, you just hear that. And there's no good way to portray how you felt.
Yeah.
So funny.
I was just like, I'm going to try to articulate this into words when my fucking back stops trying to kill itself right now. So
yeah,
and I try hard not to be one of those people that uses some kind of injury or health related thing as an excuse for something like I'm not feeling very good, so I'm not coming type of thing. But like in between spasms, I was trying to tell you I can't make it. Stream tonight, heading to urgent care. Bye.
Yeah. I'm like, cool. His leg's gone. Cool.
Yeah. Fuck. I would rather my leg be gone than do what I deal with.
Yeah.
Literally, if somebody was like, you can chop your leg off or you can deal with this again for 1 second. I don't know about that, but
yeah, you'll have it
for
every
a certain
month.
amount of time.
Yeah, this is gonna happen every
Oh
month.
my fucking god! I'd be like, cut my balls off. I don't care. I'm not dealing
Squish
with
them.
this. Squish my balls.
Yeah, I don't care.
That is true. I've gotten. I can think of 3 times where I have gotten hit in the nuts so bad.
Barfed.
Yeah, basically like in my mouth.
I've heard of that. Yeah.
Yeah, I've had that happen. Just quick rundown. At one time I was at the other school I was playing football for, and we were just in the gym playing catch, and old Boo threw the ball, and it was coming in at my hips, and I went to catch it, and it went through my hands, and just the tip smashed into my nuts.
No.
And then I fucking threw the ball back, and then like waddled to the cafeteria, broke through the doors between the cafeteria and the gym, and just laid on my back in this empty cafeteria in a school I didn't even go to.
Oh, fuck.
And just stared at the ceiling while I waited for my body to relax.
Oh, man.
Another time, I was standing by a kid, and point blank, he kicked a basketball right into my balls. Point blank. I don't even know if we were a foot apart.
Jesus.
And I leaned against the gym wall for a long time. And then my brother at our house, he kicked me right square in the fucking balls. I don't remember what. I think I threw his phone down the stairs or something.
Okay.
I had it coming. And I think he just went to kick me. And he got the balls. And I grabbed that little fucker. Yeah, he got a piece. And I threw his ass on the ground, and I could hear the fear in him. And I went to fucking kick his ass, but I fucking rolled up on the ground before I could get to him.
The delay response is the funniest fucking part.
It's weird. It's like 5 seconds, and dare I say, kind of feels good when you get hit in the balls. When you first get hit in the balls, like, they go haywire, and there's like a little moment where you're like, wow, that's kind of... Oh!
It's your body trying to, like, get ready, big guy.
Yeah, so my brother still tells me to this day, when he's like, when you threw me on the ground, I thought you were just gonna kick my fucking ass. I'm like, I was gonna, but I literally laid there, and my face was like so red, and I puked him like and everything in my mouth. It was gross. Yeah, I would rather deal with that than deal with what I just fucking went through a week ago.
Yeah.
No, I would rather take a baseball bat to my nuts.
Oh yeah,
it was the worst amount of pain I've ever been through. Again,
weird.
Not pain. It was fucking weird.
That's fucked.
Yeah, I talked about it in my Survivor org too, and someone's like, "Holy fuck, because of a sunburn, bro? Hell nah."
Yeah, I ain't never going outside ever again.
So, enough about me, though. What do you got going on in your neck of the woods, Bert?
God. Actually, this is pretty interesting. Fuck. Okay. Fuck it. I think I talked about it last time, but I'm in another new place. And
am I gonna come visit you at this one?
No. This place is a fucking shithole.
Damn. I wanted to come, though.
Oh, maybe the other place. Yeah.
No, I want to come to this one.
Yeah, this one, but different.
You're in the same state, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a drive, but yeah.
No, I'm not driving to come see
no,
you. That's for
no, drive
sure.
to the other.
You're right, that is a drive. No thanks.
This is like a little city next to the cool one, but
I like you, but not that fucking.
Fucking A. Yeah. Why not get in a car and travel 58 hours? Drive 58 hours to come see me.
Drive 58 states over?
Yeah, fuck that shit.
I'm good.
Hell no.
You gotta have enough miles now at this point.
Yeah, actually, they're getting pretty damn good.
Because I was able to come visit you at your first place relatively quickly.
Yeah.
Like, very quickly.
Yeah, they had some nice ones.
And now it's been over a year, and you're like, yeah, I barely have any. I'm like, hey, you're not doing something right then, Bert.
Yeah, actually, on fucking this entire time, the car rental agency that I've been using for over a year now, come to find out, these cocksuckers, I thought this entire time I've been collecting points. Nope.
What'd you do wrong?
Come to find out, when you make your... Well, also, I didn't make my account. I had to get it created like through my work because they get like a special thing. So I didn't even make my account. But come to find out, there's a special thing in the settings that you have to go to elect what kind of... whatever kind of thing you want. If you want points or you want complimentary upgrades or blah, 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 blah. I was fucking livid. So this entire time I haven't been collecting points for rental car, which isn't quite as crazy as the fucking hotel. But I've rented a lot more fucking cars than I've taken flights. Like, it'd be insane.
What do you need points for? Like, what kind of points do you get for rental cars?
It's just free rentals.
Okay.
You get like a whole ass free rental.
Don't care about that. That got nothing to do with me.
Yeah, I know. I was just texting.
I can't use a free car rental. What the fuck?
I was just texting my brother, too, because I want to do a vacation back to one of the places I've been to.
Way to fucking draw attention to it. God damn.
Yeah.
Back to...
one of the places I've been. Yeah. Yeah, so that was, sometime you get complimentary upgrades, so... I think I do still get those, thankfully.
Get what?
Complimentary upgrades. Like that one time I went to that one place and they gave me a fucking Camaro. So.
Again, don't care about that shit.
I know, but.
I want to know about the flights.
Yeah, those are the big ones.
You want me to come fucking visit you, but damn.
The ones here are actually like uber cheap. Wait, no, they're not. They're horrible. They're uber cheap.
No, they're not.
Yeah.
Okay, if they're uber cheap, you fucking pay for them.
Yeah, no, they're bad. Because there's like 16 different fucking flights in between. It's bad. 49 flights to get here. I think it's like 3 or 4 connections. It's actually a joke. It's like over 12 hours. So that's cool.
Yeah.
Might as well fly to fucking Europe. Yeah. It's fucking stupid.
Don't know, got bored.
I know.
Yeah, why are you telling me this, by the way?
Oh, yeah, that fucking dumb... God. I got to work, and they're like, oh, Bert, we know you. We've worked with you before. And I'm like, yes, you have. They're like...
I'm like, I don't fucking know you.
Cool. Asked. And they say, yeah, we wanted to, we've all been doing this thing. It's very cool and fun. And we wanted you to do it, because we want to compare. They made me do an autism test.
Okay, how'd you do?
I aced it.
Now, when you say you aced it, does that mean you failed it or you passed it?
I think I passed it.
So you have autism or you don't have it?
No, so...
See how this wording's kind of weird?
Yeah, no, so let me find it. I think they emailed me my results. God, basically what ended up happening... I need to take my shirt off. I'm going to fucking lose my marbles. I'm freaking
Careful, you might get sunburned.
Careful. I had to turn the AC off because it's too motherfucking loud. Oh my God, this must be how burger feels. I got my boobies out.
Mine are out too.
Ew.
Fucking hot in here.
I think our cameras aren't on.
Look at us, fucking Two Bears in a Cave podcast, whatever that's fucking called.
Yeah, boy.
More like a grizzly bear and his
and
fucking,
a koala bear.
Yeah, and his fucking sister.
Yeah, what the fuck? Okay, so the higher you score, the more on the spectrum you are. I think 50 would be like, that's like, what was it, like Airplane Kid or whoever it was that was talking to my dad at that one birthday party. Tell him about space. Okay. Neil deGrasse Tyson kid.
Where you can't, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But whatever. They ended up doing this with at the last place, and one of the guys there got a 45 out of 50. They're like, dude, you got it bad. But
you're down bad, dude.
Mm-hmm. But I was going through this test.
You were the 45. Some guy at her work got
some silly.
I mean, that's a guy, but I think he identifies as female. But,
yeah. I don't really remember his name. I know what it rhymes with, but I don't remember exactly what it was. And the funniest part about this whole fucking test, dude, you had to pay for it. I got to the end, and it's like, you have to pay to see your results. But it was the same one all the other guys took, so I'm like, fuck it. So I had to PayPal this place $5 fucking bucks to see my results here. So let's see if I actually got... Oh, but yeah, no, I was starting to read some of the questions, I'm like, oh yeah, I got it bad. So here's some of the questions here. I'll even just go through them quick. Select your sex. Yep. Non-binary. And your age, 25.
Female.
Yeah. There are large variations in the quantity and quality of my work depending on my mood. Often? It's like not at all to quite a lot. What's another good one that I absolutely is fucking terrible? I have been irritable and easily become annoyed. That happens in the right company. Let's see, what else do I got? There's some that were on here that were fucking bad. I prefer to do things the same way over and over and over again. Definitely agree. If I try to imagine something, I find it very easy to create a picture in my mind. Definitely agree.
Okay.
Other people frequently tell me that what I've said is impolite, even though I think it isn't polite, or even though I think it is polite. Yep.
That happens a lot with you when they're playing disc golf. What?
Yeah.
What the fuck did you just say to me?
Yeah. Like, dude, what the hell's wrong?
Chill,
like,
dude.
nothing's wrong.
You chill. You're the one coming at me right now.
Yeah.
Bert does that a lot.
Yeah. But yeah, you kind of get the point. It's basically just like, do you like coloring, and do you like chewing on things?
Yeah. You like fucking unicorns.
Yeah. I find it very easy to play games with children that involve pretending. Shit like that.
That sounds kind of creepy.
That does sound weird. I said slightly disagree on that one, so.
I kinda, no. I mean, maybe a little. Yeah. Slightly disagree. Nice.
Yeah. So, honestly, I didn't do too bad. I ended up scoring a 19 out of 50. I think that's because I was overthinking the test and I didn't answer it entirely accurately. But yeah, it says, I probably have symptoms.
You get a 19 out of 50. You get like a 40%. And it's like, might have symptoms.
Yeah. So, no, well, okay, to be fair, it says here, scores in the 0 to 25 range indicate few or no autistic traits. Scores in the 26 to 34 range indicate some autistic traits. And scores in the 35 to 50 range indicate significant autistic traits.
Okay, well, I don't know. Like, I'm no fucking autism expert. That's you. Mm-hmm. But, we all have autistic traits.
I know. Yeah.
Like, that doesn't mean you're autistic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. Like, the whole... the entire time I was growing up...
Like, that's very much like in a vacuum questions, right? Like, can you play with children and make believe games?
I mean, I can
fucking... That's like dads, like, dressing up in dresses and, like, letting their daughters, like, paint makeup and stuff on their face and pretending they're princesses. Like...
Yeah.
There's nothing autistic about that. Like, that's really sweet.
Right.
But here they're like, tism.
Yeah. I think it must just be when you got, like, all of them. Then
well, yeah, but then again, I don't know if it's necessarily, like you check enough symptoms and bam, you got it, right? Mm-hmm. Like, it's got to be a little bit deeper than that. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's that at that point, it's just like taking an STD test online to figure out if you have an STD. Like,
right.
Does it itch?
Yeah.
Does it stink?
Does it look funny?
Does it hurt?
Is it a different color?
Then you're fine. Are there bumps?
Yeah. Fucking A.
Like, stuff like that. Like, at this point, you don't need doctors if all it takes is a couple of questions you ask online, and bam, you figure out if you have it or not. So,
right. Yeah.
I also wouldn't be surprised, like, if your work buddies were just trying to be hee-hee-ha-has and trying to get, like, silly scores and stuff like that. Like,
right.
Oh, look at me, I got a 45.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Because one of the other ones that did it, that told me to do it and everything, he also got a 19. He's like, dude, all I know is yours going to be a fuck of a lot worse than mine. But, no. Mm-hmm. I think it's because a lot of it was, like, math and number, or, like, fascinated by dates and numbers and good at math and all this weird shit. He's like, yep, I got all those.
So
right.
It's like, yeah, you either have autism or you're, like, you could be a math teacher. Like, again, like, that's such a stupid fucking question.
True. Yeah, so that was pretty cool. I was just kind of noticing a lot of things. I'm like, yeah, but I like imagining things. still writing stories. I didn't really have that one, but when you put them in the context of you might be autistic, some of these cute quirks kind of,
Well, it's kind of like with my back, where when I fucked up my back, and then I was like, every itch, I'm like, here it comes.
Yeah, exactly. Here's a roller
This
coaster.
is it. Yep, I know this feeling. Been there before.
Damn it.
So it's like the same thing then at that point.
Basically the exact same, yeah.
Yeah, it's just like, okay, now I'm having fun with my life. I must be autistic.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I wouldn't put too much stock in it, Bert, but, you be you.
Yeah, sure, you can be autistic if you want to. I'm not going to stop you.
I mean, yeah. I just still remember when we were at our aunt's. I'm like, what's that one thing called? Like that one mental health thing where it gets a lot of memes on it, and you're like, oh, autism?
Yeah. That was
like,
back when
that
shit
one
was red hot.
Yeah, all over iFunny.
Oh, yeah. The good old days, some would say.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, what's your other topic of interest here?
My other topic has to do with my fucking phone as well. Oh my god.
What do you mean your phone as well? Was your last one with your phone?
Well, I don't know. I did the test on my phone. I'm being autistic again.
Yeah, there you go.
So
yeah, now I see it. Maybe they honest.
So basically, and I fucked this one up royally. I don't know what comes over me sometimes.
I know. You're just gay.
There it is. But no, the guys here are, there's one fella who's a big, he likes surveying the areas that we go to work at for, mothers on dating apps.
Oh, I see.
And, goes bananas, as it were. And he's always boasting about it. Not necessarily in a bad way, I'm just trying to make it sound silly. But he once had to wrap a night up quick because he's got a mother to disappoint or something. We're like, how old is she this time? He's 50. I'm like, alright, that's fucking bananas. So, whatever, he's like, yo bro, you gotta fucking get on. I'm like, alright, sure. Not to do the mother hunting. That is not a thing I'm interested in any way.
Oh, I 100% would be.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even think twice about it. Don't care.
All set. Yeah, no, I mean, some of them were bitching about some stuff. Like, yo, that's so yucky. Like, wow. What was it? It was it was one of them was
Mao.
Mao. One of the other guys was like, oh, but dude, what if they had a son or something and they could be your age? I'm like, you not have a friend's mom you thought was hot? It's the same shit.
Mao?
Mom? Listen.
Mao?
But
it's true, though.
Yeah. But I opened her back up, and I swiped around, and I'd like to think got relatively lucky. I feel like this is all just...
You got some dills?
No. I got a couple matches.
Okay.
Which it's always...
Which you've always been able to do, right?
It's always suspicious, yeah, when I get them this quickly, though.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's just I have all my twink pictures on here from when I was in college that are not accurate to what I currently look like. But that doesn't matter. They don't need to know that.
Mm-hmm.
But no, so I had two, which is pretty cool. I was going to highlight how I absolutely fumbled the fucking living shit out of one of them. And honestly, the other one, too.
Okay.
But for some reason, I think I don't know if I just got pissed off or I'm just like, fuck yeah. And I went on here and unmatched with both of them. Like a fucking retard. Not really thinking before I got on.
Why'd you do that?
I'm not sure. And I turned my account off. I'm just like, this is... Every time I just kind of come back around where it's like... It's just so weird.
Why did you unmatch them? What did they say to you?
They didn't.
So that's why? Because they didn't respond?
Yeah, basically. It was like 2 days they didn't respond.
Fine.
So I'm like...
Okay.
Fuck them.
I see it. Yeah.
Yeah. To be fair. It makes sense. One of the ladies in her bio said something about I'm Polish
gay
because I like vodka and pickles. And I think my opening line was something about oh boy, I love vodka and pickles. You could almost turn that into a martini. And then she said something about how, yeah, that would work. And I'm like, yeah. And then I just immediately shut down. I'm
Suck
like,
my dick.
I apologize. I literally said that. I'm like, I apologize. I don't really know where that was going, and I don't really know how to continue this. And then what did I say? I said something else, because, like, for some reason, I got matched from, like, they were, like, I think it was 1,800 miles away. I don't know.
They fucking back in Poland or something?
Baghdad, yeah, I don't know. I'm like, yo, does that place got a cool night scene? Because they're talking about fucking drinking and shit all the time. And I'm like, all right, this is just fucking gay. And they didn't respond in like 2 days. I'm like, I'm deleting it. I'm throwing my phone in the fucking toilet or something.
Like you do.
Yeah, like one does. So that was an absolute flop. I don't know. I normally try and be cute with it, I'm like, oh, try to find something cute on the profile and be like, yo, that's so silly. Wow, you're Polish? That's so cool. I love vodka and pickles. That's so cool.
Well, after she said, like, yeah, that could work, you could be like, blowy, question mark?
Yeah, exactly. How about this weekend, question mark?
Now, question mark?
Now,
or
maybe?
Now with, like, the water gun?
See, and... okay, yeah. And I feel like a bit of it, I'm approaching it, I just don't know how to read the room, Because the fella who was...
Autistic.
Exactly.
Sounds like autism.
Sounds like autism. You might need to retake that test, buddy. Mm-hmm. But the fella who was putting me onto this was like, yo, you really gotta, or whatever, he was showing me the way he talks to the MILFs, which probably aren't actually MILFs, they're probably just normal, overweight old women.
They're probably moms.
Just mothers, that's it. None of the ILF is in there.
Yeah.
Just the M. Yeah, they're M's.
Just a bunch of M's.
Yeah. So, whatever, and he's like, it's just pure horniness, like right out of the fucking gate. I think he said his bio is something like, I'll fix the fucking leaky pipes at your house if you teach me your cool tricks in the bedroom or something like that. And I'm like, dude, you're a goblin. See, so it's like...
Yeah, that's really degrading. Cool.
Yeah, so it's shit like that where I'm just kind of like... But maybe he's just got that scene dialed in, which I think he does, to be fair. But that's just not your boy, I don't know. Could you just imagine? Yeah, that coming out of my mouth? Shoot me.
Yeah, it's because you don't have the confidence, Birdie.
Yeah. No, I don't want it either.
Cool.
Yeah.
Die alone then, faggot.
Well, see, but that's the thing, right? It's like, I don't know. I'm thinking, if I met somebody at the roller rink and they were immediately like, nah, never mind.
Blowy?
I was going to say if they were just like immediately horny out of the gate, I'd be like, oh, that's so gross. But nah, probably not. That's what you're there for.
Yeah,
at the
you
end
would.
Of the day,
They go to the roller rink for some fucking bird dick.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't make the fucking rules. I don't know. It's just weird. So fuck it. I don't want to do it anymore. I'm just gonna fucking... I don't know what. I'm gonna wait till the AI get real enough to do that, I guess.
Well, speaking of AI, that actually leads us nicely into our next topic
No, it
here.
doesn't.
I have another topic. It is my turn for Guessy Game, so I'm excited to talk about it and kind of see where we go with it. So, first of all, with today's topic, there's no guessing in it, so we can't call it Guessy Game no more.
Perf.
Because you don't always be guessing in this game.
It's story time today.
Yeah, so... Basically, I don't even know if we can turn this into a video or anything like that, but I do know that it's just kind of an interesting kind of topic, and I was going through it and wanted to, just hear what my baby cuzzy's thoughts are on this shit. So,
Okay.
Today we are going to be well, first of all, this is the section of the show, ladies and gentlemen and ladies, where we take a list from Watch Data and we talk about it. So today we are going to be talking about probability comparison future technology by 2100. Okay? So basically we're going to be talking about things that Watch Data has complemented some research together. And these are the top 10 things that they think are going to happen, with the lowest being a 1 in 2 probability.
Okay. You
so,
mean the highest? Do you mean the lowest?
The lowest is 1 in 2. The highest is half the list, which is 1 in 1. as in it's going to happen.
Yeah,
so
okay.
No speculation here. So no guessing here, but these are future technologies we are going to have by 2100. So starting off with the lowest on the list, 1 in 3 probability, we are going to have self-sustaining cars by 2100, which means a car is going to be able to power itself and create new energy from the action of driving. So,
okay.
Automobiles by 2100, does that mean we're not going to need gasoline anymore? Is that what self-sustaining cars
It's
mean?
probably going to be an extremely low amount. Like, you'll be able to get like 1,000 miles out of 10 gallons of gas or something.
Yeah, because most of it is... It's just creating new energy from the action of driving. So the more you drive, the more fucking fuel you get.
I think currently there's some cars that have like a system in the brakes where the brakes actually, like, when the brakes heat up, it like charges the battery or some shit like that, you know? So they have...
You imagine just driving in a circle, just fucking hitting on your brakes.
Yeah.
Like, shit, we're getting low, honey. And then you just take a 5-minute fucking like circle. Spin,
just doing donuts.
Get back on the expressway.
Yeah. Shit, we used to think the kids who did this were gay back in the day. Come to find out.
Yeah.
It's a secret to all of our energy problems.
Yeah, exactly. So there's a 1 in 3 probability. Let me tell you, this list starts very low, with teleportation being at 1 in 500,000, time travel 1 in 350,000, a dark matter engine by 1 in 1,500, 1 in 1,000. Things like that. I'm also not too sure how much I trust this 1 in 800 by the time 2100 comes, which it's 2024 right now. So what is this, 76. About 75 years away? Yeah. And we have a 1 in 800 chance to end natural aging, where medicine is so advanced we don't face issues that come with old age anymore.
Yeah.
I think... So once you start getting into like the 1 in 1,000 type of bullshit, like, yeah, you're just talking out of your ass now, buddy.
Yeah, it's also 1 in 1,000 what's.
Yeah, like, what's making us not have this anymore? Like,
where are these 1,000 things so we can take them out?
Yeah, what are, like, and it's not, like, we have a 1 in 85 probability to where we can use a head transplant, where you'd be able to extend life by using a new body.
Okay.
Access forgotten memories, 1 in 40. Domestic space travel, 1 in 15. I ignored all of this shit. I just went straight to the end, where it's like 1 in 1.
Yeah, that's
kind of thing. So these ones, there's not so much speculating.
It's not speculative shit. It's more like we're on a decent path for this.
Yeah, like, very decent. So the second thing on this list, number 9, a 1 in 2 probability, is an electronic nose, whatever the fuck that means. It says detect odors or flavors, detecting spoiled food, chemical weapons, etc.
That's fun.
I don't know what an electronic nose is. Like, do I put a fucking nose on my nose? Like
it's probably like
a coochie kind of thing. Or?
It's probably like a prosthetic. Like, they have prosthetic eyes, and then they have the fucking Neuralink thing is supposed to give you eyesight back by connecting your things in your brain. It's probably like one of those things.
Okay, well, this is a 1 in 2 chance of happening, which I don't think's not that crazy. I mean, it'd be cool, but I don't think it's like there's any sense that you can fuck with. It smells, I feel like, is a pretty easy one.
Yeah.
Quote unquote easy. Number 7 or number 8 on the list is 1 in 1.5 probability, augmented reality eye context, computer-generated image on a user's view of the real world, providing a composite view?
Composite, yeah.
Whatever that means.
That might mean...
sounds like you get contacts that are like VR, like basically those Google glasses that you see.
Yeah, that'd be fucking bananas. I don't know how they'd power that kind of thing. If that would be I think for things that end up being that small, it is actually kind of sun-powered. But
is what powered?
Like sun-powered, sort of, kind of.
So how do you fucking charge those? Just stare at the fucking sun?
No, but it's like, remember in the good old days, the calculators would do that. They had like a little, not a charger, but it would keep it powered when the light was on.
It had like a little solar powered thing on it?
Yeah, but it wasn't technically, because it's not using the UV from the sun.
You have like a little fucking like ray of like a little
ray of sunshine.
Slit of those like above your eyebrows, like in your eyebrows is just like solar panels.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's like some of the
1 in 1.5 probability for creating human organs from stem cells, creating new organs from artificially grown cells.
Oh yeah.
Again, I don't think that's too far out there. They're doing some stuff with stem cells now, I think.
Yeah.
And I think stem cells are fine until you start like making humans out of it, right? Like that's where the controversy is.
Well, I don't know if we're even
like, fuck, if you need a new kidney, we can grow one for you. But once you start growing a bird out of it, it's kind of weird.
Yeah. It's like splicing the genome or whatever the fuck they called it. Yeah. I remember that was a big thing when I was in school. They're talking about I don't remember what the fuck it was called, but and there's a name for it. It's like, it's not, eugenics, where you can, where you can selective pull certain things out of the genes. It's like, you get blue hair and blonde eye. Wait, that was
blue hair and blonde eyes.
That was the autism speaking.
Oh,
fuck me, god damn it.
Blue hair and blonde eyes. Yep, that's Bert. Still would. Now we're all in 1 in 1 probabilities. I don't know how Watch Data does this. I'm sure you've seen this where they have a list of stuff and then 8 things have the same odds or probabilities or things like that.
Yeah.
Like when you did that bench press one, it's like, what can bench press this amount of weight? And it just shows you like 10 different animals or whatever. It's like, okay, I don't need all of this. Can you just give me one thing so I can rank it? So this next list is 6 through 1, but they're all 1 in 1 probability. So
okay,
I'm not really sure what the fuck that means. True to life CGI though is next on the list. 1 in 1 probability, meaning this is going to happen.
Yeah.
Computer generated imagery that is impossible to tell apart from the real world.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be like with AI assistance, one of those kind of things. Because like we can get it like basically right there without AI, so maybe AI could. Yeah,
we're getting really close to it now, anyways.
Yeah, there's a lot of shit. You're like, god damn, how the fuck?
And then it turns out it's a video game or something.
Yeah.
Number 5, universal translators, perfected real-time automatic audio translations in any language. Yeah, we're pretty much there now. I don't think it's perfect, but it is definitely there. I mean, even just Google Translate right now. Yeah, Google Translate can do it right now. By the way, I deleted Duolingo. I was so sick of that fucking goddamn queer.
Yeah.
He sent me emails.
Yep, he does.
Like, hey, you wanna... I'm like, leave me alone, unsubscribe.
Shoo.
I did it for a month, and it was just getting really boring and repetitive, and then Bert's like on a 250-day streak. I'm like, yeah, I don't want to ever be like that.
Yeah. I had that exact same come to Jesus moment, and then I gave it up. I'm like, yeah, this shit is literally fucking dumb. I mean, I didn't give it up, but I did like 1 lesson a day or something. Mm-hmm. Like the bare minimum just to keep it. But
yeah, I'm not learning anything. I'm just fucking regurgitating what they're fucking saying. So
yeah.
My interest, it's just not there either. It was there for like a month, and then I just got bored with it. Next on the list, number 4, gesture-based computing. Human body interacts with computers without using any physical device.
I've seen some of that already.
Oh, we're already doing that with our eyes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to continue to do something like that.
True.
Well, it's just like the Kinect.
I was just going to say, that's like our one game. Yeah, the fucking eyes before us, before we were here, eyes before your eyes.
Yeah. So yeah, that's kind of already happening. Number 3, true to life virtual reality simulation that can be interacted with in a real or physical way by a person using electronic equipment.
Have you seen that? There's some video.
I don't understand what this is. What is it saying?
There's like a video of a famous interviewer sitting across from Mark Zuckerberg, and it literally looks like a real interview, and then it cuts out to them being in like the meta universe or whatever. They like both take their headsets off or whatever, and it literally looks the exact same. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of shit like that where like basically what we've been begging for this whole time, VR to not look like fucking Minecraft.
I say.
But I think that's what they're getting
That's
at.
a gay way to say that. Simulation that can be interacted with in a real or physical way by a person using electronic equipment. True to life virtual reality. Well, they had true to life CGI, so yeah.
Yeah, I think
that's just a really weird way. It just sounds like having really good VR.
Yeah. basically.
Tool. Okay, cool. Way to sound smarter than you really are. Number 2, again, these are all 1-in-1 probabilities. I don't really fucking know what number 2 and what the difference between number 2 and number 1 is. But fully automated self-driving cars, vehicles that don't require any human control to drive.
Okay.
Doesn't really surprise me at this point. Makes sense. And I feel like we're like a quarter of the way there now.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe 30% of the way there.
Yeah, I think it's just all the only way that really works is if everybody's got it. Because if you got fucking Dale ripping down, Broadway and going 150, my cocksucker's going to fucking crash. But.
Well, still, though, I mean, the car that you're driving will still react to Dale being a dink accordingly. So it's not perfect at this point, but we can touch on that later. But the last thing they have on their list is 3D printing food, making eligible or edible food for a 3D digital model where you can literally print fucking food.
That'd be fat. That sounds pretty fucking cool.
So, it's interesting. I guess I can just print Weight Watchers. That'd be nice.
I feel like more baby carrots. 10 more baby carrots, please.
Yep. Yeah, that sounds weird. But yeah, so that's the list 10 through 1 of things that'll happen in by 2100. Again, this all sounds cool, but it just depends if the need or the interest is there, is kind of where I'm at. I think we could have had cars that fly like the Jetsons from a long time ago if humanity just put their interest into that.
Right.
But we went the route of more self-sustainable cars and electric cars and self-driving than that.
Right.
You can't tell me Elon Musk can't make a flying car right now. I just refuse to believe it.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's just if the interest is there. So VR, I feel like if VR really is the thing of the future, then it absolutely will be real life to VR, however they worded it.
Yeah.
If that's the way companies want to go. But all I know is Sony and Microsoft, particularly Sony, have dipped their toes in the VR multiple times, and it has not ended
and
well
they've shit the
them.
fucking bed.
So Oculus was huge when it came out. Then the third one came out, the one you have. Now people don't really care about it as much anymore.
Yeah.
So I do think these things are possible, but it's like, but do we really want that? Do we want like an awesome VR system, or would we rather just have a better PlayStation 5 or an Xbox?
Yeah, because definitely, yeah. If everybody's focused and everybody's zeroed in on the same goal, we can probably do some pretty banana shit.
Exactly, and it's just like the resources aren't there, and or the interest isn't there, and money's what makes the world go round. So if we get this VR that is 1-to-1, the Apple has a VR thing that's really good, and it's like $5,000 or some shit. Oh. But at the end of the day, it's kind of gimmicky.
Yeah,
like just like the Oculus is. I got back into Beat Saber for a while, and now I'm kind of back into not playing it again. Like, it's just gimmicky.
Yeah, notice how I haven't talked about it in like 2 weeks.
The replayability just isn't there after a while. It's just where the Xbox or the PlayStation, we can continuously sit down and do that over and over again. So all I know is I've seen plenty of lists like this one. This has been a topic on BnB over and over again, where all of these tabloids and articles and magazines and stories are talking about what we're going to see in the future, and then time and time again,
the future comes and it looks as same as
whatever happened with that. And wow, we've made no progress on that.
That's crazy.
Saw that with flying cars. I saw that with bringing mammoths back to fucking life.
Yeah.
We are on the cusp of bringing mammoths back to life for the past fucking 50 years, it seems like. Yep. So it's just like, I will believe this shit when I see it kind of thing.
Yeah. That's all you can do.
So it's like, we can't even make a car fly right now, and you're trying to tell me that we're going to be able to transplant heads?
Yeah. That's insane.
Like, I feel like one of the most difficult things we could probably do is put another fucking head on another human body.
Uh-huh. There's a lot of cables in that one.
Yeah, boy. So I just don't... I mean, a robot's going to have to do it. No human can do that shit. So,
no.
Yeah, I don't know. I will believe it when I see it, kind of thing. Same thing with AI. AI is the big thing right now. As we said before, AI's not even as popular as it was like a year ago. I should say as talked about as it was a year ago, where, holy fuck, I can just say, tell me about the fucking tanks in World War One, and it'll just tell you a bunch of information. And that was so amazing. Now we don't give a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Snapchat AI, tell me about bobbleheads.
Yeah,
sure, burger. And they just go into it. It's just like, no one cares about that shit no more.
Nope.
So
it's another cool gotcha thing.
It's cool to speculate. It's cool to talk. That's why I went to the end of the list for the 101 things or 103 things, because I'm not really big into, we'll be able to teleport by 2050. Yeah, I'll lick it.
Yeah, give a fuck, buddy.
But yeah, no guessing on that one. I didn't want to be like, okay, Bert, guess what's going to happen by 2100. That just didn't really make a whole lot of sense. So.
Yeah, I think I've actually noticed on that YouTube channel they have it. They have them, whatever. They're labeled differently, so it's like that was probably a timeline one, or they have. Yeah, I've noticed that.
Maybe.
So I've kind of looked for those, or the opposite.
That might have been it.
Yeah, so that's neat.
Yeah, I'll keep it up, and I'm okay with timeline ones as long as they're interesting. So I thought that was a pretty interesting conversation. So
yeah, we talked about it for a good minute.
So it works out. But other than that, that is the end of this episode of the Bert and Burger podcast. Thank you, everybody, so much for listening. Remember, we're just trying to bring a little bit of the family element to the podcast world. And at the end of the day, don't you dare forget this little tidbit. It's fucking comedy. Just calm down.
Chill. It's the whole point, okay? Have some fun.
Chill. All right.
A.
We'll see all of you cutie patooties in the next episode. Take care, everybody. Gooby.
Gooby.
I would literally, I'd be like, cut my balls off. I don't care. I'm not dealing
Squish
with
them.
This. Squish my balls.